Every day is the same. I wake up, brush my teeth, shower, get dressed, and go to work. It takes me an hour to get to work. And once I'm at work, I spend 8 hours behind a screen. And when I finally get home, all I want to do is sleep. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Truman Show. Everything seems so normal. Sitting on the bus, just doing the same thing every day, I decided that I want to escape the Matrix. You see, when I was younger, I was always fascinated with film, and then YouTube came out. I started making videos, and after posting it, I became so happy. It felt like the greatest feeling after. It's like when you finish a task or just completed a marathon. Okay, it might not be exactly like a marathon, but you get the point. It's a great feeling. And as I got older, life got in the way, as they say. Well, years later, life still is getting in the way. So when I go home and try to fall asleep, I realize I can't. There are some days where I have insomnia, and a little voice keeps me up at night. Hello, dear, what are you going to eat today? No, not that voice. No. Walk a mile in the Louboutin. Okay, not that one either. It's the, you haven't edited in a long time. Hey, you should really make a video. And it's been a while. You should film today. Why aren't you filming? And then I wake up. I don't know, lately I've been having kind of trouble sleeping. And I always think about why. I feel like I'm really young to have insomnia, but it's because I'm not really doing what I want to be doing. And I just always keep pushing it under the rug. But not anymore, guys, because we will escape the Matrix together. Now you're probably wondering how, right? Well, what if I show you? You see, escaping the Matrix isn't that easy, you know? There's so many steps, so many intricate steps, but there's also no rules. So you have to make your own. Now I know not everyone has a job that they're absolutely obsessed with, but at least I want to do something that I genuinely enjoy. You are spending most of your life doing it. This always happens to me. I always take my time doing everything and I'm like, oh, I have time. I literally have videos on this where I'm like, I have time. Guess what? I think we all have time, but if you're not applying that time, then the time is running out. I want to fully apply myself for 6 months. I don't care how tired I am. If I really enjoy this, then I should put in the time. No words. And not just let the universe take me somewhere. I should be putting in that work. And if it doesn't work out, at least I know I tried. Speaking of the time, my lunch break is almost over, so I have to head back right now. Escaping the 9-to-5 structure is not easy, but when there's a will, there's a way. Now, if you're asking me how I'm going to do this, to be honest, I don't have a clue, but let me set some ground rules. Random story time, but when I first started my job, I would always ask my manager the same few questions on how to do something. And for context, I work in IT support, and there was just some things I genuinely didn't know how to do. And I kid you not, he said, you have potential, but I feel that you're lazy to go ahead and do more. With anything in life, you have to put in effort if you want it to work. And then he goes to ask me, do you know who Casey Neistat is? And I mean, of course I know who Casey Neistat is. He's one of the greatest YouTubers of all time. And my manager went on a tangent by saying that when Casey first started daily vlogging, he put in a lot of effort, through in and through out. But what's even crazier is that literally 2 months ago, I actually met him in New York City. And you're probably asking me, Nicole, how did you meet him? Well, let me tell you. So I went to his creator agency at the time, 368, and I didn't know that they were closing. I went inside because I was just genuinely curious for myself. I wanted to know a little bit more about 368, and I think other creators were working there at the time. And then obviously they were closing, so I left the building, and as I was leaving the building, he entered. And I asked him, well, I'm interested in YouTube. Do you have any advice for me? And he said, stay consistent. And it was like a butterfly effect. 'Cause if you want things to work out, you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. Show up for yourself. And if you do, the universe will show up for you too. Okay, the second thing is put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, how do you expect any progress to come along? I want everyone to know that everything I'm saying is not just for you guys, it's also for me, because I need to take my own advice before I start giving it. So when I watch this video back, I'm basically talking to myself, but also talking to you, because some people might be able to relate, if any. I just feel like sometimes it's really easy to get discouraged when things are not working out, or, you know, it takes a long time before you kind of start seeing results, and that could be towards, again, working out or any kind of goal that you're setting your mind to. Good things come to those who wait, and although that might be true, it still feels good to work towards your goals. And C, have fun with it. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to do something that doesn't make me feel soulless. So just do it because you love it, not because you have to, but because you want to. Sometimes I just need someone to tap on my shoulder and say, hey, so when are you gonna post?